Hi, welcome Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Gavin, Greer, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler for the Triton Trojan Sports Network as we welcome in HNAC rival Winamac in here to the Trojan Trench for our final home game of the 2019-2020 season. It's senior night here at the Trojan Trench. They welcome in Winamac with 11-7 record, 3-1 in the HNAC. Offensively, they're averaging about 42 points per game. Defensively, allowing about 35. Triton, on the other hand, 7-10, 2-2 in the HNAC. Kind of puts them in that middle of the road mark. Offensively, they're only scoring about 31.5 a game. Defensively, they're bringing about 39.1 per game is what they're allowing. Gavin, we're going to see I think we're going to see a lot of outside scoring on Winamac's side. Watching them in warm-ups, you see a team that's going to really hit the outside shot, and they have a lot of soft touch, which they're really hitting those outside shots.
Yeah, they're making most of them from what we saw.
So, I mean, going from the girls tonight, what kind of things are you expecting the girls to do as far as what these seniors and what these girls can do tonight, kind of get off to a quick start?
They're going to come out hard tonight, do everything they can to get this win. This is going to be the seniors' last time playing out on this court. They're going to want an extra tonight. I'm expecting them to all do really well. Jessica Soriano and Lexia haven't really been playing as much lately for varsity time. So it's going to be good for them to be able to come out and have time to play.
Yeah, and that's we got to get our photo op in. Yeah, and that's one thing to see what the seniors step up tonight. I think the post game is going to play a big role. If Alyxa Viers or with Abbey Viers and Whytnie Miller and Lexia Hostrawser down low and Alyxa Viers, those four are going to play. I think they're going to play a crucial part tonight. But like I said, another thing to keep an eye on is how they're going to play on the outside, play against that three-point shot. With Taren Yates and Kinsey Atkins with those active hands, what can they do to kind of keep going? Jess Soriano's got to hang on that ball a little bit tonight. Has really focused on ball control because I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think that this could be a winnable game. John Harrell is favoring them fairly heavy, 43-31, but I think it could be more of a 5-point ball game if their defense really comes into play.
It could be close. We've done a really good job at forcing steals this season with Kinsey and Taren hopping out on the wings, getting into the pass lane, taking away from their hands and the passes the whole season. I think this is going to be a good defensive game for us.
And that's, like I said, it should be a good defensive game. The JV, unfortunately, lost tonight 37-13 in that matchup here against Winamac earlier. And, of course, the boys last night lost down there, up I guess, over there at Warsaw. It's not down there, over there. They're straight across. So I guess over there is more or less just straight east.
That was a cool game to go to. I've never been to a game at Warsaw.
I've been to a couple.
Yeah.
just a couple. May or may not sat in the press boxes and all that fun stuff. So, but Zach's having fun with the lights over there.
I didn't bring my flashlight. I got to use my phone tonight.
To what now?
I was going to bring my flashlight to point it over there at Zach.
Well, if you'd have said something, I probably would have brought a flashlight. I got a pretty bright one that I had at home. I could have brought it.
Get one of those 500 million candle power spotlights.
And the way he can feel the heat from all the way over here. Oh, yeah, we'll get one of those. But anyways, it should be a pretty good matchup here tonight at the Trojan Trench. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after the national anthem and the starting lineups here in just a few minutes.
tonight's contest between the Winamac Lady Warriors and your Triton High School Lady Trojans. On behalf of the Triton community and the entire staff and student body of Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome Winamac as our guest at tonight's game. At this time, if you'll please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as the Triton Band honors America with the playing of our national anthem. Now, let's introduce our starting lineup. First for our guests, the Winamac Lady Warriors. Number 1, Kendal Johnson. Number 5, Maggie Smith. Number 10, Blake Bailey. Number 14, Hailey Sanders. And number 20, Taylor Jennings. Winamac is coached by Cole Kroft and assisted by Kyle Johnson. And now, for your Lady Trojans. Number 4, Taren Yates. Number 12, Jessica Soriano. Number 14, Whytnie Miller. Number 32, Lexia Hostrawser. And number 34, Alyxa Viers. Triton is coached by Adam Heckaman and assisted by Paige Miller. Our officials for tonight's contest referees.
Starting lineups tonight, Winamac Lady Warriors. We have Kendal Johnson, Maggie Smith, Blake Bailey, Hailey Sanders, Taylor Jennings. For Triton, we have Lexia Hostrawser, Taren Yates, and our 3 seniors, Jessica Soriano, Alyxa Viers, and Whytnie Miller.
So there's the starting lineup. Says Hostrawser will get ready to jump against, I believe, that's Kendal Johnson. No, it's not. Couldn't see her number. There you go. I think that's Maggie Smith.
Yep.
So Maggie Smith and Lexia Hostrawser will get this one underway for senior night here at the Trojan Trench. The officials are ready. Ball's up and we're underway. Smith controls it. And Sanders will bring up the core and give it on over to Johnson.
Thank you.
Working around the perimeter. Back on top to Jennings. She's working left. Pulls back over. Johnson will try a 3, short off the mark, no good. Rebound, put back up is no good. The ball's a hot potato down there in the low block and still going. And Triton comes away with it.
Good job by Whytnie Miller to track it down after all the bouncing around, get it back for Triton.
It's a good job by trying to fight for that rebound and get it knocked away for a chance at the first points of the ball game.
Looked like it bounced off a couple of our players' heads even.
Hey.
Soccer.
There you go. Hostrawser gets a nice feed inside, goes to Alyxa Viers. She goes, and it's going to get blocked there, but Hostrawser the putback and puts it in. Lexia Hostrawser puts the points in for the first time tonight, and Triton takes a 2-point lead.
Good job for them to be strong down there against their size. They have a couple 6-foot players, and our tallest girl is 5'10". It's a big height difference.
Into the corner now, and it's going to be a shot by Sanders. Too strong, far iron. Rebounds Whytnie Miller. The senior comes up big. The Swiss Army knife doing it all here in the early goings of the first quarter. She's past the half-court line now. She's going to work it on over to Lexia Hostrawser on the near side. Yates down the right wing. She'll work herself back up around the foul line. Hostrawser gets banged up there a little bit now. She recovers the basketball, kicks it back out to Yates. Yates quickly on over to Soriano. Whytnie Miller now recovers, works herself back up. They're going to reset the offense. Soriano goes with the screen. Here comes the double team.
Doing a really good job moving the ball around, getting a good opportunity set up. Good screens, too.
A lot of good movement going on, and then right there will be knocked away by Sanders, but then she'll recover. Alyxa Viers down the low block. She'll go up and get the foul there. Looks like it could be on Maggie Smith, as Triton will find their way to the charity stripe for the first time tonight.
Really good job by Alexa to get down there and get the contact.
Foul, number 5, Smith.
That'll be on Maggie Smith as Alyxa Viers heads to the line for 2. And back iron's a little too much on that one. Let's take a little bit off of it, and she's got it. Shots up, back iron, no good. Empty trip there. And now Johnson's going to get ready to bring it up there past the half-court line. Slowly brings it up. Soriano inching her way out there. Drops it down low. It's going to be shot up and no good by Smith. And rebound's going to come away to Triton. Whytnie Miller now with the basketball quickly past the half-court line. Triton, kind of like him, the energy there here in the first quarter.
They came out with a lot of energy tonight.
Good group of seniors. You got to believe they're going to be playing with every ounce of intensity they have here.
And all three of them are really close. It's good to see them before the game have their special time with their friends, their family coming onto the court.
And that one will go out on Blake Bailey. Knocked away from Soriano. And she'll go to inbound from the corner. Whytnie Miller trying to get some separation outside. Johnson looked like she almost got a piece of it. As the Yates now works straight away. Directing traffic. Here comes some pressure there by Sanders. Left side for Soriano now. She's up top. Finds Hostrawser. She'll quickly go on the attack. Kicks it back out to Yates, who retreats. Alyxa Viers now on the left side. Waiting for someone to circle back up around to the top. Finds Hostrawser. She's going to try to go. Picks her dribble up, goes back to Viers, but tips it over to Taren Yates. Whytnie Miller on the right wing now is going to attack back to the middle. Well on over to Viers. Quickly to Yates. Viers back to Hostrawser. Back to Whytnie Miller. Working the background, trying doing a good job on ball movement here on offense. Doing a good job taking the ball out of the hands of that Winamac offense.
Yeah.
And we're going to get another foul there on Winamac, so that's going to be 2 team fouls on them.
Had possession for a long time now.
Foul, number 1, Johnson.
I mean, on Kendal Johnson, no shot clock. You can take all the time you want. It's a good strategy, though, against a high-scoring offense to kind of slow them down. I mean, that's one way to do it. Yates, dangerous pass, and Johnson intercepts. They got a 2-on-1 fast break. Johnson's on the attack. Step up and in. Winamac's now on the board. We're all knotted up at 2. Here comes the full court press. They're going to work here. They got to get it across. Triton has really improved this season fighting against that press.
Looks like we got a pretty good cheering section
I
tonight.
hear that.
This is probably the best we've had all year for girls' game.
Well, they had free admission for students tonight.
Yeah.
Or what was the stuffed animal?
Oh, that was
That's
right.
for KYLA.
And that one's going to be a turnover for Triton as Winamac takes back over. Abbey Viers and Atkins will check in as Viers and Soriano will get a break.
Substitution for the Lady Trojans, number 24.
No change up for Winamac, so here we go. We'll see what they come up with here now, here in about just under midway of the first quarter. Johnson now on the near side tries to go back underneath. We see that play a lot for Triton, and they can't make it work. Kicks it back out. Lefty shot there by Jennings is no good. Rebound is going to go to Smith, but she's going to get fouled on the rebound. And that'll be Triton's first team foul.
They did a good job of all putting hands down there trying to get the ball away from her. They just made too much contact on it.
And that'll be on Abbey Viers' first personal foul. And here we go. Triton takes it away on the turnover. Running from behind, Kinsey Atkins tries to get up there quickly, but Maggie Smith jumps in and takes it away. Bailey with it now. She'll go past the half-court line. Works it back over Johnson. She'll try a three. Side out front iron, no good. Off the mark. Back to Bailey. She'll go baseline. Back to Smith, but Taren Yates jumps in and says it's mine, and she can't quite get her footing and it'll go out on her foot. Hey, but still nothing to shake your head about on that one. I mean, that's a good defensive stand. They really have active hands and doing a good job jumping the passing lanes and the ball handler.
That was really good work for her to get in there.
So here we go now. Smith inbounds. It's going to go there to Sanders. And she's going to work back across. Johnson down the left wing. Atkins on her, trying to sell them back into that zone defense they play so well.
It's
nice
a good
job.
skip pass.
It's a good job by Abbey Viers to get away from the pick. Smith now in the low block, kicks it back out to Johnson. She'll work it back over to Bailey, back to Smith. Good job by trying to swarm the ball handler. Shots up and in for Jennings, and they take their first lead of the ball game, and she'll find her way to the foul line, and foul's going to be on Triton. Basket's good. And I believe the foul's going to be on Abbey Viers.
That's her second foul tonight.
Yep.
Now the student section getting loud as Jennings shot. Well, not enough, guys. Keep trying. And Hostrawser and Abbey Viers will switch places. Oh. Viers for Viers on that one as Abbey Viers will sit with those two fouls. And good job by Whytnie Miller to attack the middle of that press. Here comes the double in the corner. She's got to walk a tightrope and gets it knocked away, and Smith comes away with it. Johnson up to Sanders. She'll go. Hands off to Bailey in the corner. She'll work it back. Yates got a piece of that one. Drops it back. Sanders now. You're going to get a foul on Triton. Foul's going to be on Alyxa Viers.
Alyxa Viers.
3 team fouls now for Triton. That's the first personal. All 3 belonging to the Viers sisters. Sanders works it back to Bailey, who drops it to Smith on the foul line. She's going to work back, works it back to Smith. Elbow jumper for her. It's up and in. They'll take a 5-point lead. Here comes the press yet again. Triton's done a good job thus far. Can they continue that way? Viers sits there. Smith with her hands all over. No call. Whytnie Miller now goes. Leaves it for Kinsey Atkins. The freshman finds her way past the half-court line. Back to Taren Yates. The talented sophomore works her way left on over to Hostrawser. Finds Whytnie Miller. Gets a nice screen from Hostrawser as she'll work. Leaves the no-look pass for Atkins. Now Yates in the corner. Works her way up and she'll get fouled. I'm going to guess it's going to be on Bailey. So we'll see here. And it will be. So both teams with 3 team fouls as Whytnie Miller gets ready to inbound the basketball.
Winamac foul, number 10, Bailey. Substitution for Lady Warriors, number 3, Kingsley Kroft.
Kinsey Atkins now, so we're going to have a substitution coming in. Kingsley Kroft, number 3, will check in now for Winamac. Whytnie Miller on the attack, leaves it for Yates. Triton does a real good job being patient and letting their offense develop.
Yeah, they do. I think they just need to hurry it up a little bit, get their offensive game opened up. They're doing pretty well on defense for how good of a team this is. We just need to get our offense going.
Yeah, another thing there, that just was the 5th turnover now here in this first quarter, so they got to get those kind of corralled a little bit so we can get back into this game.
It's a little bit of a shuffle of the feet. Right idea to take off and go, but they just kind of got their feet just ahead of her just a little bit. Triton settles back into that zone defense as Sanders has it now on the right wing. Yates out on defense, gets a piece of it. Lefty shot for Jennings is up, no good. Rebound, Whytnie Miller. Swiss Army knife comes through yet again on the boards.
He's got a lot of rebounds so far.
Yates in the corner, she goes on the drive, kicks it back to Atkins, back to Miller in the right corner. She's going to go baseline, and she's going to get fouled there on Winamac. That'll be 14 fouls for him now. Gavin, who's the foul on?
I can't tell who was on. Looked like it could have been
Winamac,
Johnson.
Yep,
Yeah,
he was on
I thought.
Johnson.
Couldn't tell if it was Smith or Johnson.
Yeah, two of them were right there.
Atkins goes to inbound. Nice look for Taren Yates in the low block. Couldn't get there in time. Pulls back away. Hostrawser deep two. Can't get that one to drop.
Good job by her to get that one up, though.
It's a good look as Yates doing a good job on defense on Bailey. She'll go in, and there's going to be a charge. Lexia Hostrawser. And that got Jeremiah Farrow and Keegan Westaver off their feet. They came off the bleachers. That was a great job by Hostrawser to see the reckless drive to plant her feet and draw that charge.
Number 14, Sanders.
Just trying to be Quentin there.
Substitution for Lady Warriors,
Hey.
number 10, Blake Bailey.
Like I said, he's one of the best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Kinsey Atkins past the half-court lines. We're inside 36 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Yates quickly on over to Atkins, finds Miller on the right wing, gets a good screen from Alyxa Viers. She'll spin out of trouble. Hostrawser, she'll go, but it'll go off her foot, trying to drive. As Bailey gets away with the carry there, and they'll work it back across. Kroft with it now is going to go on over to Jennings. At the 10-second mark here. Waiting for the shot, looks like they're trying to get Smith to get freed up by Hostrawser. She'll go up and over, no good. She gets her own rebound, shot up at the buzzer, no good, and Hostrawser with the rebound. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, 7-2, Winamac's out in front.
Did a really good job of closing them down the last couple of seconds there, not letting them score before the quarter end.
Did a real good job kind of holding them in that first quarter. I mean, that's the kind of things you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So did we get our stuff
We
talking
got
yet?
it finally talking again.
There we
Kinda
go.
went out at the end of the JV, so we got talking, which hard to say it here now, pulling us up here for the Trojans. Lexia Hostrawser with the only 2 points of that quarter. And then as far as anything fouls, Viers, Abbey with 2, and Alyxa with the single foul. For Winamac, Jennings having 3, Johnson with 2, and Smith with 2, which Johnson does have 2 fouls. And Smith has a single, Bailey has a single, and Sanders has a single. And then as far as team stats there, we haven't been. Triton's 0 for 2 from the free throw. Winamac's hit their single one. The bigger thing at their bottom, 6 turnovers for Triton just here in this first quarter.
So they can kind of get those turnovers cleaned up a little bit, try to do a little bit more on the offensive side. This is anybody's ball game, at least from where I'm sitting.
We did a really good job at keeping them scoreless from the three-point line. They were shooting really good from outside during warm-ups tonight.
They're doing a good job closing out on the shooters as well. That's one thing you want to see from your defender, especially in that zone, really running off the shooters.
Yeah.
Must be a girls' game. We have a go Gavin from Rusty.
Rusty's listening. Of course, Gavin and all his 18. Is you 18 yet?
Yeah, 18.
So in his 18 years of wisdom here, probably knows more than I do.
I don't know about that.
I don't know that much. I just make it sound good. Whytnie Miller now in the corner. She'll dribble out, pull-up jumper for her off the glass, banks closed. Rebound's going to go to Bailey, and she's got it here on the fast break, looking down court for Kroft, but Kroft spins out of the way. Bailey puts her head down, drives again, kicks on out to Sanders. Good job by Kinsey Atkins with the defense. Taren Yates now comes for pressure.
Really being active with her hands there, staying right in front of her, following her right along the line. Good effort by Viers and Hostrawser there. Poked the ball out of Smith's hands there.
Now, what is on the pages? What are we doing on what? Now, are they going to sing or what?
They're learning the names of the players so they can yell at them.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy. High pass on over to Sanders, who drops it back in. Late substitution, Villanueva, number 12 there. And it's going to go out of bounds, and the student section helps with that one. And Triton gets the ball back.
Got to go retrieve the ball.
Boys are having fun. Of course, we'll have a doubleheader Thursday and Friday for both teams. JV girls, JV boys, and varsity girls and varsity boys on Friday night.
It's going to be a fun end of the week for games.
I'm going to be tired Friday night.
Yeah.
Whytnie Miller has a hand rainbow shot, can't get the friendly roll. Viers hits the deck, and rebound's going to go on over there to Villanueva. Jaelyn Bules will be checking in, following on the next head ball, and Kinsey Atkins jumps in and intercepts. Shades of her brother there on defense, but gives it right back. Pass is going to go through, and they're going to turn it right back over to Triton.
Triton substitution, number 20.
Villanueva, that sounds like a familiar name. Is that an old basketball player's name?
Yes, Charlie Villanueva played for UConn
Okay.
and played for the Detroit Pistons.
That's right.
Who else did he play for? Yeah, it'll come to me. Yates with a nice spin move out of trouble. Triton doing a real good job against that press. Kind of really, it's not phased them yet. Bules on over to Miller on the left side. She's going to work back top the key. Pulls back, goes back to Yates now. Goes away from the screen. Hostrawser sets a nice one there for her. Picture dribble up, tries to drop it down just a little too high on the pass, and Smith comes away with it. Bailey now on the attack. She's going to lower her head and drive and goes right through into the teeth of the defense. Misses that one, and Smith will throw Taren Yates to the ground. 3-ball for Kroft off the mark. Kinsey Atkins can't use that size in there, and they're going to, Winamac's going to push. Oh, I'm not sure about that one.
There's a lot of missed calls there on
I was
Winamac.
going to say, there's a nice hard push there, knocked her to the ground.
Number 34, Atkins.
So they threw a couple of Trojans to the floor.
Yeah.
Villanueva now, her first rainbow shot, back iron, no good. Of course, Mr. McIntyre's down there close by to babysit.
Number 20, Taylor Jennings, number 32.
So if you want your high schooler to go to the student block tonight, Mr. McIntyre's down there on babysitting duty.
Hey, free babysitting.
Hey, exactly. I could have brought the kids and put them down there. Although that makes me nervous, a few of those. Well, I'd be a little nervous. They're going to get a timeout for trying to be their first timeout.
Well, we got Dr. Feelgood. He's a double basket tonight.
Oh, nuts. Took my favorite player.
Oh, he's your favorite player?
Yes.
I really like Donaldson.
Oh, well.
What's your baseball team?
The Braves.
Oh.
Braves is my team. That's my team. Sorry, I got distracted by my phone. So, of course, Gavin's a Red Sox fan. Won't hold that against him. They're going to change the guard today, apparently, from what I just read a little bit ago.
White Sox my favorite team.
White Sox favorite team.
like all the Boston sports.
Oh, there you go. I like all the Denver sports, but I kind of keep everything with a B. Hoosiers are the exception because it's Bloomington, so I can use that. So it works. They got the right town at least. So here we go. Timeout's going to resume. Gavin, what kind of things, if you're coming out of this timeout, are you telling them if you're down there with Coach Heckaman? Well, I mean, the passes aren't quite there. Do you attack the defense, just go run right in and see if you can draw a foul? What kind of things are you trying to do?
I would try to get open from three. We hadn't at the end of the first quarter, we hadn't shot from out there yet. They have size down low, and they've been suffocating us when we go down low. So I think it'd be good to open out from outside, then get the paint opened up a little bit.
You know, I might go a little bit old school, but I think that mid-range game about 15 feet would probably be a pretty good idea for me. Kinsey Atkins was listening to Gavin as she fires a three. No good there. Rebound's going to go to Winamac and Bailey. She's looking down court. Looking down low there for a new player to substitute in was DePoy. And Whytnie Miller comes in. The Swiss Army knife fighting for that one. And it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay here with the Warriors.
Good job by Whytnie and Taren to both get on the ground, fight for the ball there. Really showing they're hungry tonight.
Hey, they want this one. They're going to make Winamac earn every single point.
They got her name.
Yeah, they got it. So DePoy's got it now. Leaves it back on over to Kroft, finds Jennings. She's going to work back the elbow, goes down low into Villanueva. She'll go up strong. Good job by Lexia Hostrawser to knock that one away. Whytnie Miller with the basketball now past the half-court line. Bailey's out there to meet her. Looks like Winamac's going to fall into a little more man-to-man zone. Atkins to Miller, back to Yates down the corner. Bules, who just checked in at that quarter, gets the ball, works on over to Whytnie Miller. Yates straight away, trying to get something freed up. See if they can get a little bit of free up, get somebody freed up anyhow.
Winamac has really good defense closing out tonight.
Kind of being patient here on offense. Atkins goes to Hostrawser. It's only a matter of time before that defense finally jumps into a passing lane. Bules, now she can hit a mid-range jumper. She can work herself down in there. She's another one to keep an eye on. Uses the glass very well, very aggressive player. As Atkins now backs herself back to the half-court line. Wants to go to Miller, but has to go to, oh no, Bailey will jump in the middle on that one. Here comes Kinsey Atkins to run away and knock it away, but can't work as Bailey drops that one and they take an 8-point lead.
Really good effort by Kinsey to try to get back there and take back her mistake. Just wasn't there at the right time.
His timing was a little off there for the offense. So they can recorrect here and get some points on the board. Kroft got away with the reach there. Whytnie Miller on the left side. Yates now in the corner. She's going to go on the dribble drive. Goes up strong and can't get that one to drop. Nice job by Taren Yates to use that aggressiveness. See the defense pulled away just enough to find a lane and use that angle to drive the basket and draw the foul. Yates makes the first one. Checking back in is Smith and Sanders. Viers and Soriano check in as Hostrawser and Kinsey Atkins get a break. So starting five back out there for the Warriors. Yates can't get that one to drop and Triton sees her first points of this second quarter.
Foul was on DePoy for Winamac.
Kroft now with it. She's going to try it through. Bules there late to get on defense, but not a problem as the Swiss Army knife is there to take down the rebound.
Number 1, Kendal Johnson. Number 14,
Quickly to Taren Yates. Whytnie Miller, you can see the sense of urgency on her face, directing traffic.
Soriano. And number 44, Alyxa Viers.
Viers now looks for Whytnie Miller. She'll go, finds Soriano now. She'll get a screen from Bules. Tries to dribble back away from the screen. Goes to Bules, and they're going to say we're going to get a foul on the floor. Is that? I was going to say they should be in the bonus.
Oh, I thought you were wondering who was on.
Should be 1-1 in the bonus.
Winamac foul.
Okay.
Number 20, Jennings.
That's going to be on Jennings. Be her first personal foul. Team 7th here of the half. And the rest of the way out, Triton will find their way to the charity stripe. Let's see if they can make the most of these free throws. Soriano was too strong on that one. Viers can't get there for the rebound as Jennings comes away with it. Throws a high pass and gets the scorer's table involved. And Winamac will turn it right back over. Whytnie Miller now on the right side is going to go back up top to Alyxa Viers. Finds Taren Yates who gets it on the handoff. Miller now in the corner. Johnson on her. Wants to go down low to Viers, but has to retreat. Yates now going to work. Pulls it back. Knocked away by Sanders.
Good job by Whytnie getting there and get the loose ball.
Soriano to Viers, mid-range jumper, can't get that one to drop, but Alyxa Viers follows her shot like textbook and picks up the rebound. Bules picks up her dribble, goes back to Whytnie Miller. She's going to go on the dribble drive, loses it on the way through, and Winamac's got the numbers on the fast break and shots up and fouled by Soriano. Kroft will find her way to the free throw line.
This is a fast team we're playing tonight. Russell Reich and Corey were telling me before the game that they had a couple players from cross country on the roster.
Well, so what you're saying is they're in shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Kroft misses the first rebound. The student section liked that one.
Reading the names from the paper and yelling at the girls, that was something me, Corey, and Jeremiah started this year.
Oh, my. Oh, boy.
They must not have Andy's being like Andy can just remember them.
I can just look and get it down. I mean, just give me a few minutes. Very rarely do I have a hard time unless the names are hard to pronounce. Then I run into trouble.
I still wonder if you didn't have a problem with one of them on the Winamac wanting to say Villanova.
Nope. nope. Now, see, there's certain ones that I can look and I'll see one thing and change my mind, but Villanueva. There will be off the kickball deal. They're also looking like we have another Winamac player seeing her first varsity minutes of the night. That'll be Aubrey Gearhart, 5'6" junior. As Kroft goes to inbound. Finds Sanders, drops it down to Smith. Smith's going to use that length up and no good. Rebound, Taren Yates.
Good defense on Alexa to get in there. That went deep into the crowd.
Donnie's calling saying now beware of flying balls into the crowd.
Hey, we got a little protection with the guardrail up here tonight.
True, I'll just move behind Gavin. He's younger, he can take it. Well, we haven't had Kenny have to reach over and catch it in front of the computer yet this season. Still, one of the all-time catches I've ever seen.
It's like,
yeah.
Was that at Bethany Christian?
That was
Oh, that was over here?
That was up here.
Over there.
Oh.
Because he just reached out and because it was kind of slow motion. I was like, do I reach out to it?
Yeah, it's like, it's going to be coming this way. I better grab it.
Oh, boy. Sanders now works right, drops it down into Jennings. Pull-up jumper is up and takes an unfriendly bounce, and Triton gets the rebound inside this final minute remaining here in the second quarter. Triton looking to put some points up before it hits halftime. Yates finds Soriano now. Soriano back to Yates. They've held Winamac to under 13 points here in this half. Whytnie Miller pull-up jumper, too strong. Rebound, Alyxa Viers, who tips it out to Yates. 3-ball for her. Oh, can't get that one to drop as Gearhart gets the rebound. She picks her dribble up. She can't dribble. Leaves it back in for Sanders now. Right there would have been a good time to go pressure her.
That would have been a good time to do it.
As they now have 25 seconds, they can bleed out the rest of this clock. How many points they scored in this quarter? 4?
4.
Yeah.
So Triton holding them to 4 points in this quarter. Defense, the offense is going to have to catch up to it here in the second half. Triton still in this ballgame. Yates jumps in and takes it away. Walks a tightrope. She's on the way through, but knocked back away. Sanders, Kroft for a deep three at the buzzer. Nothing but air. And that'll be the end of the second quarter. 11-3 is our score. It's halftime, and Kenny and Gavin got our stats.
Get him to sink here in a second.
Why don't you let it sink there? I'll give Danny, Caden, Jackson their shout out. They're all home. Jackson can only hear out of one side, given the reason, but.
I'll throw these up really quick. Looks like we have some recognition here. So there for the Triton, Hostrawser with 2, Yates with a single point, Winamac, Jennings with 3, Johnson, Smith, and Bailey each have a 2, and Kroft have that single point. And then for the Trojans here, for the team stats, they're at the bottom there. Big story there, 13 turnovers to Triton to the Winamac 5. So we're going to get set up here. We're going to have some, we'll flip it over here and have Don do the recognition for, looks like the girls.
And we'll be back right after halftime on the Triton Trojan Sports Network. Stay tuned for the recognition of these fine young ladies, and they'll be getting basketball going here underway here for too long, correct?
Yep, they start after the first of the year, so they'll be getting started.
Future basketball players here we will see for the Blue Swish. Hopefuls in the next few years. So here goes Don.
Class girls basketball teams. We will start with our 5th grade. Janika Kemp, Lydia Hammond, Jillian Bules, Alexis Young, Brooke Kitch, Chloe McKinney. Coaches, Lana Hostrawser and Melissa Lechur. 6th grade girls, Addison Albright, Gwen Neff, Riley Beamish, Amaya Fink, Sonia Floyd, Sierra Hawley, Macy Carson, Hannah Belongia, Miranda Belongia, Miley Groves, Clara Doll, Avery Viers, Emma Tobolsky, McKenna Beelan. Coached by Joe White and assisted by Lisa Beamish and Kathy White. 7th grade, Kate Howell, Samantha Middahl, Allie Westifer, Bailey Gray, Kennedy Howard, Rory Heckaman, Maya Davis, Madison Miller, Lindsay Richmond, Nadia Stetler, Elena Cowles, Madison Mast, manager Katie Reichert, coach Becky Kennedy and Chad Kennedy. And now your 8th grade, Jocelyn Faulkner, Liberty Cox, Addison Viers, Lena Doll, Allie Barber, Danica Coots, and Jenna Bules. Coaches are Lindsay Shively and Sam Speckman. Your underclass girls basketball program. Let's give them a big round of applause.
All right, welcome back, Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Gavin Greer, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. As we get this second half underway, Winamac leading 11-3 here on senior night, the Trojan Trench. Let's hope to see what we got here in the second half as the student section's rocking ready to go here. So we'll get her underway. Kinsey Atkins out there with Hostrawser, Yates, Abbey Viers, and the senior Swiss Army knife Whytnie Miller out there with the starting five for Winamac. Kinsey Atkins can't dial long range. That call got dropped. And Johnson now has the basketball. She's out there with Sanders, Bailey, Jennings, and Smith. Goes back across. Jennings baseline jumpers up and takes an unfriendly bounce, but Abbey Viers is in there to get a hold of it. It's going to be a fight for the basketball, and Winamac hangs on to it. Did they call a foul?
I think so.
Oh, so it's on them.
Winamac foul number 5, Smith.
Be the first team foul there.
Be her second.
Wow. Kinsey Atkins trying to get through, but getting really held on to by Sanders as Yates will fall down there. And good job. Ball don't lie. Whytnie Miller smacks that one away. Goes to Kinsey Atkins. Transition jumper is in and out. Good look there. It's going to go off the fingertips of Abbey Viers.
Kinsey did a really good job of second touch her hand putting it up.
But Whytnie Miller doing everything she can, using every tool in her arsenal to try to claw their way back here into this ball game.
Singing happy birthday, someone.
Well, I'm glad they didn't know it was my birthday the other one night.
Can't tell who they're singing to.
Blocked by Viers. Whytnie Miller with the rebound. She's past the half-court line. Goes to Kinsey Atkins, drops to Taren Yates. Yates now with the basketball. Back on top, Whytnie Miller quickly to Kinsey Atkins. Gets a good screen from Viers. Tries to go with the pick and roll there. Kicks it back. Whytnie Miller deep for three. Oh, so they're going to say it was a 2. They're going to get a foul by Viers on the rebound. Coach Heckaman kind of coaching from the sideline there.
On that shot, Whytnie did a good job repositioning her feet, made sure that she was on the 3, but they did call it a 2 attempt.
I thought her toe was behind her, but I saw the signal from the official.
Looked like she was pulling it back at the same time she's shooting.
Johnson now leaves it. Sanders quickly on over to Jennings. They're going to work it back and forth across the perimeter. Back to Jennings. See if Triton can shut it off here one more time. Bailey now. She'll go, drops it for Smith, who gets a wide open look, gets her own rebound, goes back up, but blocked by Viers. Nice job by Abbey Viers to get in there and swat that one home.
Did a good job for the SWAT. She just has to hold on to it, keep possession.
Was the foul on Abbey or was it on Hostrawser?
It was. They put it on Hostrawser.
Okay. I thought it was Abbey. Okay. Now we got a foul on somebody. Looks like it's going to be on Kinsey. And that'll send Jennings to the line for 2. Second team foul. And Jennings makes the most of those free throws.
Yep, she's perfect from the line, 2 of 2 so far.
I think everybody ought to go up another row so everybody can be in the same height as Tyler. Just saying. And she'll drop both free throws there as Miller goes to inbound. Here comes the full court press. Trying to get held up, and keep an eye on 14 there, Sanders. She's really hanging on to whatever ball carrier she's covering. Ball handler, not ball carrier. That was last night. Whytnie Miller now, here comes the pressure. Hostrawser on the right side, quickly over to Kinsey Atkins. She goes, knocks it away, does a good job by not hanging on to it, and they're going to get a foul on Sanders there, reaching in.
Were you practicing calling football last night?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't call it calling, more or less coaching. Or yelling, what are you guys doing? Not that I had a horse in the race last night, but it was an intriguing game to watch.
It was. That's two of the best teams I've seen play for college.
Well, if anybody wants to beat Clemson, just pressure Trevor Lawrence. Atkins straightaway's got it. They're going to say she traveled. I don't know about that one. But she might have shuffled her feet just enough. Although it was great to see Ed Orgeron finally get a win, just to say, well, look what I did, USC. What have you guys done lately?
That guy's so cool.
I know. I mean, I could listen to that guy talk forever. He makes me hungry every time he talks.
I liked reading the stories about him.
He's got some good ones.
I didn't know he used to coach for, was it Miami? Is that where The Rock went?
Yep.
Lined up against them with no pads.
Doesn't surprise me. That shot there is off the mark and goes out. Triton regains possession.
Another story I saw was he's punched himself in the face before the game to hype up his team.
Oh! Yeah. Okay. Okay. Frustration foul there for Triton.
Strike foul, number 4, Yates.
Be their third team foul.
Triton just needs to keep their head on them right now. They're only down 10. We still have time. Just need to get our offense opened up.
Like I said, composure is a big name of the game here the rest of the way out. They just got to hold it there. Abbey Viers comes in and tips away. Taren Yates is going to turn on the afterburners. Here comes Jennings. Sure shot, transitions up, and it's going to be foul on Smith. And that's going to send Taren Yates to the line for 2.
Really good job by them to use the defense to open up our offense, get back for the 2 shots on the line.
Farrell is having fun down there, let me tell you.
He's got to be pretty happy today. LSU is his favorite team.
What's that?
He's got to be pretty happy today. Have a lot of energy. LSU is his favorite team.
Okay. Yates can't get either one to drop as Villanueva checks in on that trip to the foul line. Bailey picks up a dribble, goes on over to Johnson. Villanueva circling down below the baseline as Jennings will get it now top the key. Bailey in the left wing goes back to Johnson in the corner. Sanders, and she'll get a 3-ball chance. No good. Rebound, Lexia Hostrawser. Whytnie Miller now on the fast break. Is she going to slow down? Nope, she's going to attack. Goes to Viers. Yates will try a deep range shot. Not there, off the mark.
Boy, I'm a little disappointed. After I was at the 7th and 8th grade game, I think we ended up having a 3-point shootout between the 7th and 8th grade boys.
Okay.
Because I think at one quarter of, the 7th grade game, all we shot was threes. I think we had 6 threes in the 3rd quarter.
Sheesh. Oh. Well, that's one way. Sheesh.
So those games should be hopefully processed tonight and hopefully be available for tomorrow. So if you didn't happen to go to those games, both against Bremen, won both of those games quite handily.
It's always going to win the battle of 331. Bailey shots up and can't get that one to drop. Rebound, Jennings, putback's good.
Doing a really good job at closing out on the outside shots. Just need to do a better job down low.
Triton just needing 4 3-pointers to get back in this one as Abbey Viers can't get that one to drop. Banks just closed tight tonight for the Trojans. Can't get any of it to work. Sanders up and no good. Rebound, Jess Soriano. And she'll get bumped by Sanders. Head coach over there, Cole Droft, wanting an explanation. 44 wins in his 3 seasons at Winamac.
Number 14, Sanders.
A little late for Chick-fil-A.
I don't know if my stomach could handle it tonight.
Donuts, that's in the morning.
Oof.
Dr. Feelgood.
Donuts, that is a good call. Well, I may or may not hit. That's debatable. I bet I can talk to the guy we're doing the install in tomorrow morning to donuts. I bet I can. Whytnie Miller now pulls it back on over to Soriano. Soriano trying to back down the defender. Kicks it to Hostrawser. She'll go. Kind of get a little sense of urgency here, trailing this much. Just need to find a way to get that ball to drop. Hot pass in there. Villanueva knocks it away, and Jennings got it now. She'll find Johnson. She's in transition, weaving her way through the defenders. Finds Bailey. far pass on over to Sanders as she'll drive, picks up her dribble, and she'll travel on the way through.
Good job by Jessica being there, make her have to lift the ball a little bit and get the travel call.
And head coach Cole Droff did not like that call at all.
Number 3, Kingsley Kroft.
Kroft checking back in.
Number 4, Taren Yates. And number 20, Jaelyn Bules.
Yates and Bules checking in for Triton. Yates now on the attack. She's going to try to dribble her way through, finds Whytnie Miller. Whytnie Miller attacks and goes right past the half-court line. Another puts on the brakes and then quite attack. Viers trying to get opened up, tries to go down low, passes really low there. Kroft almost traveling it there. Johnson will try a three. Front iron, no good. Tries to get on a rebound, but Jess Soriano comes in and knocks it away. We're going to get a timeout for Coach Heckaman. They're going to take a full timeout.
Speaking of threes, Triton's attempted 5, haven't hit any, but Winamac has attempted 10 and haven't hit any of them.
So, hey, Triton really running them off that three-point line, doing a great job there. So just kind of nearing the end of the third quarter there.
Pretzel time.
I forgot money tonight.
Travis went to go get, he went over there after his game and he asked for a TTSN special, but the right person wasn't there and they didn't know what it was.
They didn't know what the TTSN special was? Man, we just need to just go in there and have my little spotlight over there and we'll educate everybody on the TTSN special. Just can't let Orion, if Orion's going to eat it, we got to make sure he's got a bib or something over there, because every time he eats that TTSN special, it ends up on his shirt. Oh, boy. What was that, volleyball you had that, and you're sitting there? Just tried the icing. And between the hot pretzel and the icing, he was trying so hard. Jax likes the TTSN special. He'll eat it. Danny likes the one with salt because she can pick off all the pieces of salt, eat all that, and leave me the rest. So here we go. Timeout resumes. 15-3 is our score. Winamac's out in front. Soriano past the half-court line. Drops it to Taren Yates. She'll work around, trying to find a way to get that ball in the basket. See what Coach Heckaman drew up. A lot of head coaching experience on his end. Whytnie Miller, corner three, puts it in! And the floodgates hopefully have opened after that one. As Triton now back within 10. Now they've got to keep answering and keep running with that. Johnson now up, and Smith bobbled her by her. They're going to say it stays here. Good job by Abbey Viers to get in there and make sure no one's going to come away with that rebound. And she's not going to get it. Might make sure nobody gets it. Kroft with it. Cross-court pass. Whytnie Miller fighting through the screen as Johnson goes into trouble on the baseline. Throws it back to Kroft. Quickly on over to Bailey. She'll try a three and gets out on a drop. With that confidence of that ball dropping for Whytnie Miller, you got to believe that the scoring's going to come in a bunch here for Triton. Pull-up jumper for her. Can't get that one to drop. Good aggressive attempt. And they're going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Abbey Viers.
Triton foul number 24.
Not sure she was even in the vicinity.
Yeah, that's going to be her third.
For Lady Trojans, number 44, Alyxa Viers.
Yeah, it didn't look like she's out there.
I kind of thought she was away from the ball. I would have guessed it was going to be on Bules or Miller.
That's what I thought, too. I thought it was more Bules than anyone.
All right, so Johnson out with the basketball, works it on over to Bailey. Bailey with
almost got it there in the passing lane.
Just give her time. She'll wait. Oh, there was a stop there. Kroft with a deep two. Can't get that one to drop. Rebound Villanueva. But Taren Yates, they're going to say she traveled. And I got a feeling Droff keeps up his talk to the officials. They're letting a lot go. And Emma Hepler will find her way in. This sharp shooting junior finds her way into the ball game as Whytnie Miller gets a much needed break.
For the Lady Trojans, number 22, Emma Hepler.
Yates back to Hepler. Gets the ball tipped away there by Kroft. But Soriano with enough awareness to work there. She's going to attack now. Picks her dribble up, and they're going to say she traveled.
something you can't do at this point in the game. You need to hold on to the ball as much as you can.
Number 5, Maggie Smith.
So Maggie Smith coming back in. Now Johnson past the half-court line, goes on over to Jennings. Jennings to Smith now. Inside 20 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Winamac's out in front by 12. Johnson waiting patiently. Goes to Smith. Good job by Bules to close out, but Jennings is alone on the baseline corner and gets that one to drop for 2. Quickly up to Emma Hepler. She's going to push it here. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Winamac leading 20-6 here at the Trojan Trench on senior night.
Okay, get everything to come up here. So leading our Trojans there with Miller. She's having 3 points. Hostrawser still with those 2, and Yates with that free throw. As far as fouls, Abbey having 3 fouls, and Kinsey Atkins having 2. And the rest of them have got a few scattered singles out there. As far as for Winamac, leading the way with Jennings is 9 points. Bailey with 5. Johnson, Smith each with 2, and Kroft with a single. They do have a few players there. Sanders and Smith each would have 3 fouls, and Johnson 2, and then a few other theirs with the single foul. Team stats. So those free throws, 1 of 7 for the Trojans, 5 of 7 for the Winamac. 2-pointers, just 1 of 10 for 2 compared to 6 of 22. 3-pointers at 1 of 6 compared to 1 of 11. They're still at the bottom there. Those turnovers, 19 turnovers to Winamac's 9.
So there's our post-third quarter stats.
Trojans was outscored that quarter 9-3.
So we'll see what Triton can do to answer here on offense in this fourth quarter. Hostrawser, Alyxa Viers, Whytnie Miller, Taren Yates, and Kinsey Atkins out there for Triton. Jennings, Smith, Johnson, Sanders, and Kroft out there for the Lady Warriors. Kroft with it now on the right side. She's going to go down to the corner, finds Jennings, who gets closed out quickly. Johnson gets it up top. She'll reset, goes back to Smith on the right elbow. She gets rid of it. Back on over Sanders. She's alone for 3. She'll try it and gets that one to go off the mark. And Taren Yates closes quickly and gets the rebound. She's quickly on the attack. Taren Yates sprinting her way down the other end as Hostrawser has it now. She picks up a dribble, runs into trouble, but Kinsey Atkins, the freshman, can't get that one to drop, and it's going to be rebounded by Sanders. Taren Yates trying to run her down from behind. She'll throw it up, but Kinsey Atkins knocks it away, and Winamac's going to hang on to it. Jennings will throw it back up top and gets that one. Luckily, it stopped. And Johnson comes away with it. Kroft now at the basketball. Works it on over. Jennings with it. Leaves it up. Yates almost got a piece of that one. Good job by Whytnie Miller to knock that one away. And Triton's got some numbers on the it's 3-on-3 fast break. Back to Kinsey Atkins. Transition 3 is up. Can't get that one to go. Back on rebound of the Swiss Army knife. Whytnie Miller goes up strong with it and puts it in. Whytnie Miller, 5 of the team's 8 points as she connects there from mid-range.
Trojans wants to win this game, they have to really do good off the turnovers, because that's how Winamac's been getting their points tonight, off our 19 turnovers. And we have to fight for our own offensive rebounds. We've allowed them to get a lot and get extra opportunities.
Just keep pressuring them. Be smart on defense. Yates almost comes away with that one. Sanders goes through. She's going to fight through for the lay-in and gets that one to drop. Miller to Yates, and Yates now is going to bring the ball up the court. Winamac looking a little bit tired as Triton kind of made him run there early going to this fourth quarter. Yates now at the top of the key. She pulls back, goes on over to Whytnie Miller. Back on over to Yates. Goes to Hostrawser. She's on the left wing. Up top to Whytnie Miller. They're going to work it around here. Goes back to Atkins. Hostrawser down the far right side. Yates now we're going to get a timeout for Triton. Abbey Viers will be checking in following the timeout. So Thursday we're going to have the 2 JV girls and boys will be facing off down at Culver. right?
No, it's here.
Oh, it's here?
JV's here.
Oh, JV's here. Excuse me.
Thursday
JV's
night,
here.
so we'll be
Monday
right
night, JV's at LaVille. Well, everything's at LaVille next week.
Yep. Everything. It don't matter. It's at LaVille next week.
back. Home away from home, hopefully for a while, for the week.
Boy, I should have found me a place to stay over there for the week since.
The JV, play JV on Monday night. Have to win to keep on going for the rest of the week. Then Tuesday night will be the varsity girls and boys. And then depends on when you win or whether you lose, when you get to play later in the week. So that's going to be a flex till we know.
And what gym you'll be in.
Yep.
And, of course, Friday night down at Culver, correct? It's at Culver?
Yeah, this Friday will be at Culver.
Let's hope that stuff doesn't show up Friday night until after we're done. Both boys varsity and girls basketball teams will play down there for that H&AC matchup.
That's always a pretty good game.
Hey, never disappoints. Whytnie Miller with it now. She's going to go to work. Leaves it for Atkins. Back to Yates. On over to Hostrawser. Finds Whytnie Miller now. Whytnie Miller goes on the attack. Drops it for Taren Yates. She's going to go in. Tries to pull up and off the glass. Not there. Rebound Smith, but she's going to tip it out. Whoa. Okay. I thought Smith hit that one out.
Yeah, she definitely hit that one out.
I kind of thought she twirled it and okay. All right. Kroft now with the basketball. Goes back on over. Sanders with it now, top the key. Goes back to Kroft. Down to Smith now. On over to Johnson. She'll go baseline. Kicks it out. Sanders will try another three. Can't get that one to drop as Jennings with the putback. No good. Rebound Smith. And it's a fight for the basketball. Jump ball. Oh, a foul. Okay, I'm just going to quit making calls now. And I think that's going to be on Kinsey Atkins.
Triton foul, number 34, Atkins.
I don't know how that's fell on her. She's the one that got knocked down.
Yep, and that's her third.
A little confused here tonight. Sanders deep two. It gets down a drop.
Hailey Sanders.
Kinsey Atkins with the basketball now. Jess Soriano receiving instruction from Coach Jayla Faulkner. Justine, I'm sorry. I'm used to saying Jayla.
Jayla might be down there someday.
Oh, no, true. Told Jayla she threw me off this year. Yates now on over. I messed up one time this season with the coach. One time. I haven't done it all year, and there I messed one up. Ugh. And they're going to say jump ball. Almost made it through the whole season.
Substitution for the Lady Trojans, number 12, Jess Soriano.
So Jess Soriano now. What'd he say?
We got a chatter wondering what age group this is.
Well, I believe that's that senior division.
There you go.
Oh, boy. Sanders with it now. And she'll work it back to Kroft. She'll try a three now. It's off the mark, rebound Abbey Viers, and here comes the jump ball. As Johnson gets in there, and they'll stay here with Winamac.
Substitution for the Lady Warriors, number 10, Blake Bailey.
So Bailey checking back in. The starting fives out there now for Winamac. Hostrawser, Miller, Viers, Yates, and Soriano out there for Triton. Jennings free throw jumpers up and in.
That's a good jumper.
Taylor Jennings.
It's a full timeout, I believe, on Winamac. I see that right?
Looks like it was.
Yep, it's timeout for them. So girls, we got the bi-county next week, and it's not too far away. We'll be doing sectionals for too long.
Yep, that's hard to believe. Yeah, for the
It's
girls.
hard to believe.
Where's
Feels like
girls sectionals at this year?
Culver.
Culver.
you get to see Culver. Hey, they had a pretty good hospitality room that one year.
Did you say it moved or something down there?
Well, for volleyball it did,
Oh.
but I doubt they'd be able to do it in that room for basketball. It's kind of small, but
Still, the hospitality room is one of my favorite things. I didn't know that existed until I started doing this. That didn't exist in high school.
So we don't have to worry about going to Oregon Davis then for sectional. Back to the Shag Room
until next, I hear it next year. It's at Oregon Davis.
next year.
I'll bring the Febreze. Sorry. The famous Shag Room carpet.
Now, if what you had said me earlier, then for boys sectional, of course, will be hosted here for Triton. But next year, it looks like it was going to be back at Culver.
Well, not too bad of a drive.
Yeah.
Not the world's greatest, but hey, it's not too bad.
I thought we had it every year.
Well,
I think you got to share it every so often.
well, I think part of it, too, is the realignment with the sectional and where it would be the far eastern school. So
Okay.
trying to get it back maybe a little central.
So Triton holding the ball here with 3:05 remaining, got to get a quick shot off. Yates tries to go there with the action. Not there. Trying to see if they can get Yates or Miller freed up. Is what it looks like they're trying to do. And Yates will lose the ball. And Sanders comes away with it. Johnson back across. So fight for the basketball as Abbey Viers will get in there for the foul on Sanders. Whytnie Miller will slow to get up.
Triton foul number 24, Abbey Viers.
And that's going to be her fourth.
Being the last home game for the girls, I looked and we've only got 6 more regular season home games for the boys.
Substitutions for Lady Trojans, number 22.
Wow,
Emma
really?
Hepler.
We're moving way
And
too
number
fast this year.
34,
Say it knocked out a lot of home games there in December. So
Yeah, true. There was a lot of home games there in December. Got a little bit of traveling to do here soon. Shot off the mark there from the free throw line, and Whytnie Miller's got a hold of it. Here she goes on the attack. Pull-up jumper for her is no good. Rebound Smith. Whytnie Miller jumps in, tries to take it away, but Bailey recovers. Whytnie Miller holding her left shoulder. That's not good at all.
Must have popped out.
Kinsey Atkins will check in for her. Hope Whitney's okay.
Substitution for Triton number 34, Kinsey Atkins.
Probably don't want to see that on replay.
no.
I'm good. Just hope she's okay. Whytnie has done such a good job leading this team on and off the floor. You talked about
Oh yeah, it's out.
you talk about an exceptional young lady. I mean, Whytnie is one of the absolute best. I mean, young girls want to play basketball. Keep an eye on how she leads a team, how she gives effort each and every game. Whytnie is one of the few that you can really just – her picture's there for sportsmanship and a team leader. She is one of the absolute best. Hope she's okay and she gets better soon, and hope that everything's all right.
Yeah.
Emma Hepler's out there with Kinsey Atkins, Jess Soriano, Abbey Viers, and Alyxa Viers out there for trying to finish this one out here with 2 minutes to go. Soriano hit the ground hard on the way through, and Soriano might be banged up.
Winamac foul number
She hit the
10,
deck
Bailey.
hard. She's a little slow to get up. Up top to Abbey Viers. Quick on over to Soriano. She's on the right wing. So she'll circle back up top. Goes to Emma Hepler. On over. Soriano on the drive, goes up strong, can't get that one to drop. It looks like it's going to be blocked from Bailey. Jump ball, and we're going to get a foul. Okay, I was going to say jump ball, and it'll stay here with Triton. Soriano in a lot of pain.
Imagine she wants to stay in as long as she can since it's the last time playing on this floor.
She receives the inbound, goes back to Kinsey Atkins, who tries a three, no good off the mark. Alyxa Viers comes in and gets a big rebound, fights out, gives it back to Kinsey Atkins. She'll dribble into a three and can't get that one to roll in. Smith with the rebound, And we're going to get a foul push on Triton. And that's going to put them 17 fouls, and Winamac will put them to the line for the 1-on-1 bonus as Bules and Yates will get ready to check in.
Triton foul number
Minute
44,
29 remaining in the ball
Alyxa
game.
Viers.
Shot for Smith is up and in. And here comes the substitution. And
Substitutions for Lady
Jess
Trojans,
Soriano, Alyxa
number
Viers see
4,
their
Taren
final
Yates,
time here on
and
this
number
Trojan
20,
Trench floor.
Madeline Doll.
Two very good seniors. Both of them work very hard, great character. Both ladies have very good qualities about them. Leadership, hard work ethic, good role models. Viers now back to Kinsey Atkins as they'll see what they can do to finish out here. On to Bules on the left side. Goes to Emma Hepler now. She'll work it around. Back to Yates, on over. Hepler quickly to Yates now. They're going to see what they can do here to penetrate this minute 5 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and it'll be jumped, and the round will be jumped, and Bailey comes away with it. Knocked back away by Taren Yates. She's fighting for it, and she's going to get fouled, and Taren Yates hit the deck hard.
Winamac foul number 10.
Whytnie just came back out. Doesn't look like they got it fixed.
Really pray she's all right. The TTSN crew, we hope that she gets better soon.
Yeah.
Substitution for Winamac number 32, Sammy DePoy. And that foul is on number 10, Blake Bailey.
Bules goes up strong, shots off the mark, rebound for Jennings. She'll fall down, trying to get the rebound. Bules back up and in. Jaelyn Bules gets that one to drop, and she'll go to the line for the and one opportunity.
Did a really good job there getting back up.
Foul number 5, Smith.
Shots up and rolls in. 3 points there for Jaelyn Bules. Good job by her to convert the and one with 42 seconds remaining here. Jennings on over to Smith. Into the corner, working around here. Bailey in the corner. Yates gets a piece of it, and I think it's going to go off for her.
Wonder where they had Whytnie go. She came out of the room, then she went up the
I
steps.
think they were going to the hospital.
Oh.
This is what it looked. They went straight out the door.
Ball's over to DePoy. Working it back here, and that's going to be the final second. That's going to be the end of the ball game. 27-11 is our final score. Winamac wins it. We'll have Kenny with the stats.
There we go. So for the Trojans, left the way with Whytnie with 5 points, but did go out there right there at the end with that injury, so hopefully she's back at it. Bules with 3, right there just here in the last minute. Hostrawser with 2, and Yates with the single point. And for Winamac, Taylor Jennings led their way with 11, Bailey with 5, Sanders with 4, Smith with 3, Johnson with 2, Kroft and then Villanova. No.
Hey, I didn't mess it up tonight.
With the single.
I just called Justina Jayla by accident.
And team stats there, Trojans only made 2 of the 8 free throw attempts, and Winamac 6 of 11. 2-pointers, 3 of 16 compared to 9 of 26, 1 of 10, and 1 of 14 for 3-pointers, but their turnovers are 22 to 12.
We'll probably try to get some interviews Friday
Yeah, probably get some in. Probably get some going Friday. Be a little bit easier to pull the girls up here and throw a headset on them. Then maybe they don't have to be in front of the camera that way if they don't want to be. So we can always do that too. So we'll do some interviews on Friday. But like I said, anybody out there looking to play basketball, this group of seniors is one to ask questions to. You know, a talented group. I mean, a good leadership group, a hard-working group. You know, one thing to remember is, I mean, you don't know until you go out and try, and you want to see any upcoming. We saw a lot of young ladies out there that are playing basketball here this spring. My advice to them is come out and try it, because I mean, there's going to be spots on the roster. I mean, you might as well come out and give it a try. You never know, and there's some talent here, so we'll see what they can do. We wish some seniors all the best and appreciate all the work and hard work they've done and the leadership they've provided. So we're going to hang it up here tonight from the Triton Trojan Sports Network, from the Trojan Trench on senior night. I'm Andrew Harris signing off with Gavin Greer, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. And until next time, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.